today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's a special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the preseason opener for these two teams, and it should be a good one, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Carolina Panthers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by one of the most productive QBs in the last decade. It's year 10 for the Fresno Stater now. Here's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with a second-year man. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Trying to lay one up deep. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Derek Carr, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They've just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
So here the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
Bryce Young, the quarterback out of Alabama with a Heisman Trophy in his hip pocket, is the new face of Carolina football. 80 touchdowns, just 12 picks in his college career for the Crimson Tide. He may be a little small in terms of size, but potential, massive.
They run with a third-year man, Chuba Hubbard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Young on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. To throw his car. And it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Young.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Hubbard.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
But the To me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Now this is going to be a quarterback draw.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
They'll look to run with Hubbard.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers have taken the lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Last time out, of course, he threw the interception. Then they gave up the touchdown, surrendered the lead. So now working from behind here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for second down.
Now he fires deep for Shakir.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Young will set to throw. Fighting to stay upright. And he sheds a tackle.
Young loses it.
And it's scooped up by the Jets. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that makes it 14-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Jets will take over. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to Walker on first down.
Oh, some strong running. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he gets it down to the 32.
58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Oh, did the Jets miss this guy? Here's Breece Hall.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Dalton throwing on second down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Looking to throw here, Bennett.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field.
Bennett fakes a handoff, now to throw.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Kamara try the right side. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Bennett looking to throw.
Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Bennett now.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. This will be Dalton again. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job. Scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and 6.
Dalton. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Jets are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Hall. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Throwing on first down, Bennett. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a 3rd and 6. And Bennett will look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case,
this is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On second down, Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Bennett now to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Don't worry about it, baby. I ain't worried about it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for Dalton.
Open man is Mingo, complete.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
In motion right is Mingo. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Escapes, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, Jackson. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New York ready to go again offensively.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd down throw coming from Bennett.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And Carolina territory.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and a yard.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. On the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Bennett. Over the middle, connecting with Kohler.
And he's taken down inside the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Well, 1st down, they run with Kamara. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Back to throw, Bennett.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
They'll look to run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. throwing. Dalton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Dalton. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Another chance for Dalton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Dalton now to pass. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
There for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, it's Bennett. Targeting Kamara, and Kamara's got it on the crossing route.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers 17.
73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Kamara.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Alvin Kamara
ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.